For me, this cheese is barely noticeable, but for my friend here, this is like loud rock concert. See the difference?
We all think we know how well dogs can smell, right? But what if I told you their sense of smell is so advanced, they can detect something we can't even see, something we need a clock to even measure? Today, we're going deep into the incredible science of how dogs can actually smell time itself.
This line really gets to the heart of it all. You know, we tend to think of a dog's nose as just a souped-up version of our own, like turning the volume way, way up. But that's not it at all. It is a completely different way of experiencing reality.
And there it is. That's the big, mind-bending idea. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but this is pure biology. Dogs can literally smell the past. And right now, we're going to break down exactly how they do it.
Okay, so to really get how this works, we've got to start with the basics, the biological hardware. The difference between their nose and ours isn't just a minor upgrade. We're talking about a completely different class of technology. Let's just start with the raw numbers, okay? We humans, we've got about 6 million scent receptors in our noses, which, isn't terrible. But a dog, they can have up to 300 million. That is a 50 times increase in just the raw data collecting sensors. And this chart, wow, it really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? That tiny little sliver on the left, that's us. The massive bar that takes up the rest of the screen, that's a dog. The sheer scale of their sensory input is it's hard to even wrap your head around.
But here's the thing. As wild as 300 million receptors are, that's not even the real superpower. The true game changer is the part of the dog's brain that's dedicated to analyzing all that scent data. Proportionally, it's like comparing a pocket calculator to a supercomputer. It's one thing to have the sensors. It's another thing entirely to have the processor that makes sense of it all.
So they've got the super nose. How does that hardware let them smell the past? Well, it's not magic, it's chemistry. A dog is literally reading the history of a place by analyzing how smells break down and decay over time.
Think about it. Every time you walk across a room, you're leaving behind this invisible cloud of microscopic particles, skin cells, sweat, all of it. To our eyes, the room looks exactly the same. But to a dog's nose, you've just created a scent trail. And that trail isn't a static thing. It's a dynamic chemical event, a timeline that starts aging the second it's created.
So let's break down how that timeline ages, step by step. The moment a scent is left, it's dense, it's sharp. But then it immediately starts to diffuse, to spread out. The lighter chemical molecules, poof, they evaporate pretty quickly. But the heavier ones, they stick around longer and start to decay. And each one of these stages has its own unique chemical signature.
And this, right here, is the absolute key to everything. A dog isn't just asking, what is that smell? It's analyzing its chemical makeup to figure out its condition, its state. By reading the ratio of fresh molecules to decayed ones, its brain is basically calculating, okay, this smell is about 20 minutes old, or this is from yesterday.
So knowing the age of a smell is one thing, but how does this build into an almost unbelievable skill? By using their nose to follow time's arrow, a dog can figure out the exact directions someone was going. The mechanics of this are just brilliant. See, a dog's nostrils work independently of each other. They're smelling in stereo. And when they breathe out, they do it through these slits on the side of their nose, which pushes the old air away without messing up the scent trail right in front of them. It creates this constant, high-definition loop of information.
Okay, so picture this. You walk from point A to point C. The scent you just left at point C is the newest, right? It's the strongest, the most chemically complete. The scent way back at point A is the oldest and most broken down. A dog takes a few sniffs, compares the age of the smell at these different points, and its brain instantly knows the trail gets younger this way. They're literally following the scent from old to new.
I just love this line because it nails the idea perfectly. We look down and we see a shape in the dirt. A dog perceives a moment in time captured in chemistry. All right, let's bring this incredible science back down to earth. Think about something every single dog owner has seen a million times. That obsessive, seemingly endless sniffing of one lamppost on a walk.
When your dog is locked onto that spot, it's not just being weird. It is processing a massive amount of information. That lamppost isn't just a lamppost to them. It's a community message board. It's the morning paper, written in a chemical language.
I mean, just think about the kind of intel they're getting from one sniff. They can tell exactly which dog was there, and by analyzing the decay rate of that scent, they know it was about 4 hours ago. And get this, they can even detect hormones like cortisol in the urine, which tells them that other dog was feeling stressed out. It's a full report, who, when, and how. So what does this all add up to?
Well, it means that we and our dogs are basically living in two completely different sensory worlds. Our world is defined by static objects. Theirs is defined by constant chemical change.
For us, reality is mostly visual. We look at a room and we see things. A chair, a table, a floor. For the most part, it's a pretty stable, static world unless something is actively moving.
But a dog perceives that exact same room as a dynamic, swirling storm of information. They smell the ghost of the person who sat in that chair 2 hours ago, the faint trail of the cat that walked by this morning, and the subtle shift in the air that tells them you're about to get home from work. And this isn't just some cool party trick. This is a critical survival tool. If you're a predator, being able to tell a fresh trail from an old one is everything. It's the difference between finding your next meal and starving. Evolution absolutely favored the animals who could read these chemical timelines with incredible precision.
So seriously, the next time you see a dog with its nose glued to the ground, just take a second. Remember what you're actually watching. It's not just sniffing. It is an act of advanced biological computation, a brain analyzing chemical decay in real time to reconstruct the past.
And that really is the biggest takeaway. Our world is one of sight, of surfaces and solid forms. Theirs is a world of process, of history, layered with timelines written in a language that we can't even begin to understand.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Our perception of reality is just one limited version, filtered through our own biology. What other timelines, what other incredible stories are unfolding all around us right now, written in languages our senses simply weren't built to decode?